I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Psalms, chapter 140. Let's focus on verses 1 through 3. Deliver me, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve me from violent men who plan evil things in their hearts. They continually gather together for war. They sharpen their tongues like a serpent. The poison of asps is under their lips. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of wicked men. Preserve me from violent men who have purposed to make my steps stumble. Selah. You know, it's important to note that there have been evil men throughout history. And until the Messiah returns, there will continue to be evil on the earth. Just as David, the author of Psalm 140, was unjustly persecuted, so the Son of David, Jesus, was persecuted. Jesus told his disciples that anyone who follows him will also be persecuted. That's you and me. John 15, verses 18 through 25. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet, because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a servant is no greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. But all these things they will do to you for my name's sake, because they do not know him who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would have no sin. But now they have no excuse for their sin. He who hates me hates my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which no one else did, they would have no sin. But now they have seen and also hated both me and my Father. This has happened that the word might be fulfilled, which is written in their law. They hated me without a cause. You know, this reality of persecution for the sake of the gospel. Well, it's not popular in many pulpits and churches these days. Preachers, it would seem, would rather focus on the more positive aspects of the gospel, God's grace, His peace, and His love. And while that type of preaching may draw a crowd, sadly, it draws a gasp in heaven, because it leads people into false expectations for how their life as a believer should look. And it causes people to wrongly judge the presence of persecution in their lives or in the lives of other believers. You see, under false teaching, if coming to faith means an end of hardship, then the presence of persecution must signal a departure from the faith. Persecution then becomes a signal of something that the believer is doing wrong, when it actually signals what we're doing right. In claiming the promises of Jesus, perhaps we should consider his promise of persecution and tribulation. But knowing that persecution is coming shouldn't lead us to anxiety, when we also know that Jesus not only predicted our persecution, but he also prayed for our ultimate protection and redemption through the persecution. John 17, verses 14 and 15. I have given them your word, and the world has hated them because they're not of the world, just as I am not of the world. I do not pray that you should take them out of the world, but that you should keep them from the evil one. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website. You could do it now, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.